Hey, it's Joe Iconis, the writer of Be More Chill, the musical, and this is iHeartRadio Broadway.
iHeartRadio Broadway, driven by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
Of all the characters in Be More Chill, the one I relate to the most is probably Jeremy, our leading man. But to be honest, I relate to all of the characters. You know, I look at Be More Chill, I look at all the characters, and I feel like, oh, I'm just like writing myself 10 times over. My favorite moment in the creation of Be More Chill was the first time that I ever saw the show performed in front of a live audience, because they liked it. If I was stranded on a desert island, the two characters from Be More Chill who would help me survive would be Brooke, because she really likes snacks, and so she would provide sustenance for me. And there's this character that George Salazar plays, named Carl, who's sort of like a character in the periphery in the mall scene. He's kind of like an extra, and I just think he's very funny. He would entertain me, just being himself. As far as backstage visitors go, we've had some really amazing people hang out at Be More Chill, like Kate Hudson, Zachary Levi. But my favorite is a sort of group of people who just love the show. We've had so many cool young people who have come backstage to tell me that the show is their first show they've ever seen. And this happens like multiple times a week. So yeah, I would say my favorite backstage visitors collectively, the youth of America and theater who come to our show. My favorite fan encounter at Be More Chill, it's honestly so hard to choose because we've been lucky enough to have so many incredible fan encounters. But the coolest fan thing that's happened time and time again is people make art for me based on the show or based on me, which is really cool. And so I have a lot of paintings of like myself and my wife, who's in the show, Lauren, and our cat, Diane Kitten. And I have enough now where I can sort of line them all up and decide, you know, which elements of the various things I like better. So the best fan stuff that's happened is that the art gallery of myself that has popped up in my home because of our fans. Growing up, I looked up to many writers. My number one is Stephen Sondheim, a great musical theater writer. I also really loved Kander and Ebb. I loved Bill Finn, who wrote Falsettos. So many. I also really love like Dolly Parton, big Rolling Stones fan, Leonard Cohen, David Bowie, and I know that they're more performers than writers, but the Muppets. I went to school at NYU, New York University. I went for undergrad and then right on to grad school in beautiful Greenwich Village, New York City, Manhattan, America, Earth. I feel like I've had a large number of mentors in the industry. The one that pops to mind immediately is Bill Finn, the writer of Falsettos. He was a professor at NYU, the Graduate Musical Theater Writing Program at Tisch that I went to, and he was really like the person who was like a classic, sort of Mr. Miyagi to me. And he's like a very sort of boisterous, loud guy, and so he was like Mr. Miyagi, but he would just like yell a lot, and he would say things like, "This song is terrible," which Mr. Miyagi would never say, but Bill Finn did, and now I'm on Broadway, so thanks. If I could only survive on 3 cast albums for the rest of my life, they would be the original cast recording of Follies, 1. The original cast recording of Hedwig and the Angry Inch, 2. And the original cast recording of Little Shop of Horrors, 3. I am working on many new musicals right now. I have this musical called Broadway Bounty Hunter. That's a musical that I wrote for the great actress Annie Golden that's going to open this July at Greenwich House Theater off Broadway. I'm also working on a romance between 2 girls in a juvie hall for girls in 1962 called Love and Hate Nation. It's going to be at Two River Theater this fall, and an untitled, unauthorized musical about Hunter S. Thompson.
iHeartRadio Broadway, driven by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.